Greetings, my name is Matthew Holt, and this is the first rendition of the QCOM MS3 vlog, Rural Primary Care Track Rotation, first 5 weeks. If you didn't know how we've got this thing scheduled, all the rural trackers are going to be doing 5 weeks in one of their specific locations. I'll be in Mountain City, Tennessee. Half of us will be in Rogersville. We'll get some time off in between, and then we'll go back for our next 5 weeks. Normally, at Quillen, the way we do it is we'll have 12 weeks straight through to be at our sites to where it's really just deep dive exposure into rural medicine. Our class had a few folks added on to it. There was a few things that had to happen, so they ended up splitting it into 2 5-week rotations because all of the 6-week rotations got bumped back to 5, all the 8-weekers got bumped back to 7. So then we were supposed to have 10 weeks altogether, right? So they just decided to cut it right down the middle to where I'm going to be up here in Mountain City for 5 weeks, the whole month of August, and then I'll have some time in between to do pediatrics, do OB, and then I'll come back probably in December, January to finish out my time in Mountain City. So this vlog series is going to be chronicling my first 5 weeks up in Mountain City and kind of giving you a basic overview of what the rural primary care track rotation looks like. Can't tell, I'm sitting on the back porch of my house here. Got a nice view of the mountains over here. And one thing about rural medicine, I like to think of it as the back porch of our profession, or the front porch, what have you. You get to sit out here. It's where you get to spend time with the whole family. If you got some good rocking chairs, nice table like I'm at right now, watch the sunset, contemplate life. There's so much that goes on, and there's a lot of breadth in rural medicine, and so I cannot wait to get started. If you can't tell, I've got a huge passion for it. I know that I'm going to be working in a rural environment probably the rest of my career in some form or fashion, so I'm really looking forward to getting started. One thing about the first 5 weeks that they stressed to us was see patient after patient, seeing a lot of patients, getting used to writing a SOAP note, presenting, and basically being able to learn the lingo, seeing lots of different conditions. You know, anywhere from the elderly woman that just shows up for a follow-up all the way down to the 5-year-old kid who comes in with a cold, right? And so everything in between. So I'm really looking forward to sharing in this with you. It turns out that last year at just this same time over the summer, I was doing the API program, and I was up in Mountain City with Dr. Shine, and I'll be back up there again. So he's going to get to see how I've progressed. Obviously, a year ago this time, I probably didn't know half of what I know now. So really looking forward to putting these new skills, new knowledge into action and just testing the waters. There's a final exam for this rotation, and we get to take it once at the end of this 5 weeks, and then we also get to take it again at the end of the next 5 weeks. So it's called Aquifer is the organization, and they basically have teaching cases for different medical specialties. So ours is going to be family med. So I've got 40 cases that I get to work through online, and then the same organization is the organization that has the final exam at the end of the clerkship. We also have projects that we have to do. We have a community project. I've already got some gears turning, got some ideas. Can't wait to get started on that. And so we'll start on our project in the first 5 weeks, and then we'll have to complete it by the end of the next 5 weeks. There's also an OSCE at the end of family medicine rotation, which is my rural primary care track rotation. It's an OSCE that's basically like taking you through a patient encounter, testing you over EKG, whether or not you can read one and interpret one, testing you over chest x-ray, can you read one, can you interpret one. We've got good lectures. Bovley and I, my classmate who's up in Rogersville this month, we sat in lectures with Dr. Moore, a family doc who taught us about chest x-ray. We went through the Dr. Blackwelder EKG session again, and so we're getting right into it. It's been really exciting. We're going to have to sit down with our clerkship director, Dr. Florence, about halfway through, and then again towards the end of the 5 weeks to basically go through our skills. He's going to touch base with us to see where we're at. We get a lot of personal sort of education in the rural track here, and I love it. And they make sure that you know what you're doing. And so I want to know what I'm doing because I want to be able to care for folks, and I want them to be able to take confidence in me and my ability to be their physician and take care of them. So that's one of the things we're learning. So anyways, thank you for joining me. I'm really excited about sharing the rest of this journey with you. So until next time, we'll see you again.